to get going, so I'm like, well, let's do it behind the scene first, and people can check if they want to check, and then we'll go from there, right?
No,
so, I'm going to put this on, just so we get set up for the podcast. So for anybody that'll get to see this video, it's live. This is the behind the scene of Y-YYC. Right now, we just Y-YYC. The podcast itself will come in June. But pretty soon when we get more and more people, as of now, I bet nobody's listening and looking, but eventually they'll catch up. And then
I'll find the link and throw it up
on yours, yeah, and I want to keep it like really organic for the people we follow. Like I want to follow people that I have interviews and talk to, instead of the just adding and he's like, okay, I don't even know the Facebook thing today. So,
is it under your name or under?
No, under Y-YYC Records. Because
usually whenever I know someone's live, it just gives me a notification saying someone's live.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this down a bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Can you give me a check?
Check. 1, 2.
Loud one.
Yeah.
Nice. A bit more.
Yo.
Alright. You have little stuff you can doodle on those little pots there. It's gonna be a little souvenir in the future. You know? Alright. So we're gonna try to run it for 15 minutes. That's kind of I want to keep it like short, nothing too long. And then I bet people ask for more, but we'll get you back on here and then do some more, right? So
by the time you get started, there'll be more things. So
exactly right. I'm like, you keep working. I'm like, dude, this guy is busy. Although this person's canceled, but there's someone else coming.
Yeah.
Give me the tip, bro. Give me the tips. So let's get going.
How about that hustle?
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning to a new episode, another episode, our first episode of Y-YYC. Y-YYC is a show started by Y-YYC Records, and our idea here is to uncover, discover, expose the talent in Calgary, and all this to better predict the future of our city, like the urban identity. I really want to know the people that are shaping our urban identity. So talking more to those people, because I realized that when you come here, the question that I've heard a lot is like, why Y-YYC, why Calgary? Right?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Today, our first episode, we get to meet with one and only Rome.
Thanks for having me, man. How you doing, man? I'm stoked for this.
Yeah?
Good.
Yeah. I was excited, man. I was like, okay, who is going to be the first guy? Who's going to be the first guy? This guy is a Jerome singer, songwriter, producer. What else am I?
Rapper, actor, writer, director.
Just everything that's art.
Yeah, man. Anything I can put my hands on, and I feel like you just gotta try everything once, see what sticks. You never know what you're gonna be good at until you try doing it.
Yeah.
You figure it out as you go along in life. So try everything once, see what happens.
Shit. Let's start from the beginning then. With Worm, walk us through the day you came up with Rome.
So Rome is actually a nickname I had in high school.
Okay.
Long story behind the high school side of things, but it used to be Romeo. Everyone would call me Romeo.
Yeah.
And for some reason or other, the school told them they didn't want them calling me Romeo.
Romeo from the Jerome?
Yeah, so it went from Jerome to Jerome to Rome, and then Romeo, and then it just got shortened down to Rome. And I decided that, because I've kind of transitioned between singing and rapping and deciding what I want to do with my music and stuff. And, I feel like every artist kind of has a moment where they have to think do I want to name Lil Yachty?
Yeah.
Or do I want to just stick with my natural given name and whatever? And I felt like Rome was the nice middle ground. on that for sure. Yeah,
shit, this is dope. It means so much thing. It's like, oh, get ready. It's Rome, guy. Like, and you can do so much more. Just like the big empire too. Rome was.
Yeah.
And you do all this.
I'm still trying to figure out how to work that into a lyric. You know, like Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Shit, that's great to know.
Yeah, and Romeo was already taken by how many different people. So
let's do that, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, sweet. All right, another question is, what's a day in the life of Rome here in
Day in the life. I work for an audiovisual company here in town called Pro Show.
Shout out to Pro Show.
Shout out to Pro Show. Keeping me surviving right now. But I work in the warehouse. We do audiovisual setups for conferences and that sort of stuff. So I work with the gear.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my 9 to 5. And then pretty much, you know, whenever I'm not at work, I'm at home working.
Yeah.
Whether that's just trying to come up with beats or trying to write or practicing or, you know, messing around with different things in film and acting or trying to collaborate with other people. Just keep my hands busy.
Yeah. What do you have like your own home studio?
Yeah. Just moved downtown, just in the Beltline area there, and got a new spot that I'm still setting it up and whatever, but like I've got a space that I can bring people in and record. I can do mixing.
Oh, nice.
Got enough space that people can come, you know, with a full band and kind of jam.
Wow.
It's not recommended because I'm in an apartment, but
okay. So hey neighbors,
I've got the space to do it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a producer out here, guys. Come on, like, give me a break.
So far, no complaints, man.
Yeah.
No complaints from the neighbors.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, so and then what's the name of the studio? Do you have a name for it yet?
Yes, I run the studio under Conscious Productions.
Conscious Production.
With a K.
With a K. Do you have like a website and all that?
No website. I'm still kind of low key with that. As I'm building things up, but I got business cards and whatnot.
Sheesh. Yeah, show the other side. They don't see the other side. Yeah. Conscious Production, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, definitely get some of those information at the end of the podcast here. Want people to check it out. Where can we go now with this interview? Here's the thing. How did you get into music? And what makes you want to choose this path? Because we all know us. Once you make that jump and you want to do music, it was like, man, this is a crazy industry.
For sure.
What's going on? So walk us through the first time you got, this is dope, and this is what I want to do.
Weirdly enough, music has always been in my life. Like I got family. So I'm from Trinidad. Grew up in Ontario and stuff, but I got a lot of family in Trinidad who are, you know, doing it big out there, doing music and stuff. And like a whole side of the family out there that's musically talented. So I got music in the blood.
Yeah.
And like I used to write, you know, poems and stuff when I was 9, but didn't, you know.
Yeah. Like,
you know, rhyming dog with hog, cat with mat kind of thing or whatever.
Just getting started.
And I had ended up writing some raps back in the day to like some Jay-Z instrumentals and stuff. But again, just, you know, messing around, didn't think nothing of it. Yeah. But when music really started for me was grade 10 in high school. Was kind of going through a phase. So I started learning guitar. Just like, you know, I was around all these other people who were playing guitar. And I just ended up picking up the guitar, and I would skip meals every day and sit in the chapel at the school that I went to and just play guitar. I'd practice. I'd, you know, learn new songs and stuff like that, and eventually just ended up starting writing.
Yeah.
Don't think I intended to start writing or anything. It just kind of ended up happening. The more I would practice, the more I would learn, and the more I would mess around with different things, I'd find myself writing and stuff. So, kind of from that, I had a couple songs that I'd written, and so I wanted to record them and have a physical copy of them. Whatever. And so from that, I started, you know, learning how to record and set up the mics and do all that sort of stuff, just kind of because I wanted to record. Did
you have like someone that was doing that you could learn from, or you just like, okay, dude, I want to record, let me get on it, just let's get my shit together?
Sort of. The high school I went to had a music program where I was in the choir. They had an orchestra and that sort of thing. And around that time, they were creating their own albums for the orchestra and the choir. So I was kind of around that at the same time that I was wanting to get into it and learn about it and stuff. So I kind of just shadowed a bit and then borrowed the gear whenever I wanted.
Yeah. But that shows like your passion though. Like that shows, okay, dude, like I'm not doing it because it's like a cool thing. Like I actually want to do it because I like it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I would do whatever it kind of takes, even if it's...
That's kind of where it all started, and I feel like I did reach a point where I did decide that for me, it wasn't just about the writing and the performing for me. Like, I like being creative. I like being behind the scenes, seeing how people come up with the process and that sort of thing. Yeah. So it became less about me being a musician and me, you know, getting my name out there, and more seeing where things could go, who I could work with. Yeah. After I graduated high school, I ended up moving back to Trinidad for a year. And while I was there...
When did you get here?
To Alberta?
Yeah.
2009, I moved to Lacombe. And then I was up there for 3 years. So I was in Lacombe, and I did 2 years of music at Red Deer College. Majoring in guitar.
Guitar! Damn, you love the guitar.
Yeah, man, that's your instrument.
Yeah. Do you know piano too, or is it just mostly guitar?
Yeah, I know the basis of piano. Like, don't ask me to play no concerto or nothing. But I know my way around. I can play chords. I can play melodies. I can. Like, if you tell me a key, I can figure it out and that sort of thing. All of that I had to do as part of the music. At Red Deer College and that sort of stuff.
That's dope. I'm impressed. Hey, I know this guy for a bit, but still learning, man. I'm learning. That's kind of the purpose of this here. So I'm an alien. Just got on planet Earth. Met you. Hey, how you doing, Rome? Hey,
what's up?
Doing, Rome. Do you have an album that you would advise me to listen to?
Oh, dear.
Drop something on the alien.
Right now, I would probably point them in the direction of an album called The Human Condition by John Bellion.
Human Condition, John Bellion. Okay.
I have a very diverse taste. Like, I listen to a lot of hip hop. I listen to R&B, soul, folk, pretty much anything except country. But
in Calgary.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm gonna get hate messages for that one.
But that's the urban identity. That's why, because Calgary is really known for, the Stampede and then like that countryside of it. But there's a lot that's going on in the urban side of things here in Calgary.
And that being said, when I started playing guitar, I was playing a lot of country and folk type songs. So I don't hate country music. I actually, every now and then. Yeah, it's a nice listen, but you won't find it on my iPod. But I love the juxtaposition of different styles. So, John Bellion's album. John Bellion actually wrote the song "Monsters" by Eminem and Rihanna.
Yeah,
he wrote that, and then that got shopped out to them. He also wrote "Trumpets" by Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, so like his style, when you listen to that album, it's folk meets hip hop meets soul, and it's just such a nice blend. Yeah. And I love that when different styles, like I love hearing hip hop mixed with rock and folk and like just those different styles. But yeah, I would definitely say that album.
Yeah.
What else is popping right now?
Well, here's another thing related probably to the same thing. Is there any other album that you've heard lately that you advise our audience or us to check?
Yeah, I would. So, Human Condition, John Bellion. I've been listening to Topaz Jones. What's that album called? It's called Arcade. I've been listening to Kehlani's album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a dope one.
Honestly,
it's that's such a weird, like, new R&B. It's like...
Exactly.
Like...
It's not your typical R&B, but it's not hip. Like, it's not your typical hip-hop either, right?
Yeah.
Like, and she's got a great voice and talented writer and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd start there.
Yeah, start there.
Hit me up if you want more suggestions.
All right. Well, you can definitely give like your information if you want people to reach out. Like at the end, that'll be dope. All right, is there? Who are you working with in Calgary right now? You said that you've been
anybody everybody. Anyone who's passionate and wants to work. I've done a couple tracks now with Rachel from Like a Fox. I'm working on some things.
Hey, Rachel.
I'm just going to start shouting out people here.
Go ahead.
Been working with Rachel from Like a Fox, Mark from Like a Fox, actually the whole Like a Fox team. I've been working with them. Amari.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
This dude's talented, man.
Guy was in my studio today, man. Within about 10 minutes, we were already cooking up like some hot stuff.
Are you guys working on a project, or are you just
just in
like
general?
Songs? Okay.
Yeah, in general, I've just been inviting people to come through the studio and see what we create. I'm all about collaborating, and I like seeing everybody's creative processes. So the interesting thing about it is like some people will come through and they'll be hands on. So I'll kind of like play a bit, and then they'll come and be like, "Oh, let me try this." And they'll play a bit. Yeah. Other people are really passive, and like I might be making the beat, and they're kind of vibing out to it in the back, and just kind of getting an idea, and just breathing in the music and the environment and that sort of thing. So I love seeing how different people create. Some other people and Taylor, we were just talking last night. So. Looking forward to that collaboration. Lyric, B-Less.
Yo, you got mad people.
I got people coming through, man, and just telling everyone, hit me up if you want to collab. Like, you'll get the contact information at the end. But if you're passionate about music, and I feel like even if you just enjoy listening to music, if I've got a session and you want to come sit in, I'm down for it.
Alrighty. Yeah. You're good.
Name dropping. Like,
Name. Well, then.
Nobody's business.
That's really close to our last two questions here. Our first question will be, first of the last will be, who else would you advise us to interview? Is there someone that you want to know more to enjoy this discussion?
Again, through all of this, I'm just meeting a lot of people when I go to shows and that sort of stuff. My man Shane, he runs Form 10 Productions, so he's in a lot of productions and stuff, working with people like Lyric. Yeah. He's doing a lot of things. He just had, he's been putting on a showcase at Cafe Koi called Safe and Sound. Okay. So they just had a show last night. That was their Girls' Night edition. So that was Sincere, Nika, Rachel from Like a Fox, and Taylor, like stacked lineup. It was such a good show, bro. Yeah. Like last night alone, there was like 2 other good events happening at the same time, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of things popping off in Calgary, but Shane's definitely someone he's got a lot of ideas, and he's always cooking on different things. So
Shane, we'll come and we'll chit chat. We'll hit you up.
I'm dropping names. Right?
Dropping names.
Another guy I just met. His name's Geppert. He plays for the band Dubstack. Dubstack. I'm blanking on the name. I think it's. I'll get you his information after, but he's doing a thing where he's talking about, for example, when I perform right now, my setup is I have a loop pedal, a drum machine, a guitar, and myself, and so I play all of that into the loop pedal. But it's a lot of gear, and I have to bring my laptop every time I do that and stuff. Yeah. He's a drummer, and with him in the band, Infinity Live, when they perform, he was saying that like he's getting all the band to have their iPads because you can now run everything off of your iPad. Yeah. So he was looking at my setup and he's like, "Yo, you could do all of this with one iPad. Eliminate half the stuff that you're using there right now." So he's got a YouTube channel going, and he's kind of just talking through that process and showing people different software, different hardware, different ways that they can kind of, tech up their performance and stuff like that.
Do you have his YouTube channel in mind, or is it, we can add that to the show notes?
Techie G. Tekkyg. I'm not sure if that's actually the YouTube channel itself, but I will find the link to his YouTube channel and post it in the comments on the video here.
No problem. Yeah. You guys will have it all in the show notes. So we're getting close to our end here. 15 minutes. We're trying to keep it short. Attention span. I'm telling you, this time it's okay. I don't want to listen freaking 2 hours and stuff. But so the main question. So in your opinion, why Y-YYC? Why the music scene, the fans should pay attention to what's going on in our boiling city here?
there is a lot going on. Like, I've been in Calgary since 2012. I didn't really do anything musically in the scene till 2014.
Yeah.
And in that two and a half year span, the amount of growth I've seen, like 2014, I was about ready to jump out to Vancouver. I used to have a band. I met them, like, we all met in college, and then they all went out to BC to continue doing music and stuff, and I decided I was going to stay here, do some sound engineering courses and that sort of stuff. So around 2014, I was actually kind of like, you know, maybe it's time to move out to Vancouver and hit up the scene out there. Then I started actually getting into the scene here and, like, making waves here. And around that time, I feel like everybody was just like, okay, this scene needs to build.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's build.
we've got the heavyweights in town, like 10 at 10. We had elevated etiquette. We had, you know, like, all these different things. Beat of the week. Like, all these different things happening, and people were like, we want more.
Yeah.
So then from that, you started seeing things like Common Influence. Shout out to Common Influence.
Shout out to Common. You should check it out, guys.
Ella Funky Entertainment started putting on showcases, and just like 628 Lounge is putting on a lot of shows right now. So like around that time, everything just started building up, and it's like, no, now's the time to stay here.
Yeah.
Be a part of the growth.
Yeah.
And see where it goes, man. Because, you know, we've got people who are so talented in this city, you know, who are leaving us to go to the bigger scenes, and props to them, because I know that they're going to kill it out there. You know, in mind right now, I've got like Moel, who moved out to Toronto.
Yeah.
And the guy was blowing up here when he left, and like he's blowing up there already. The guy hasn't even been out there long, and he's already like making huge waves and stuff. You know, and we just got a lot of people who are so talented coming out of here, and whether or not they stay here or they go to other places, man, like there's just a lot of things happening in Calgary right now. So
shit,
that's why I'm
so
here.
Stay tuned.
That's why I'm here, man.
That's why we're here. Yeah, well then I want people to stay tuned, because then that's one of the purpose of Y-YYC, discovering all those people. You got places like 10 at 10 that are all those different platforms where people can go in and hang out and do the hip hop thing and developing that urban identity we after.
Yeah.
So yeah, dope. Thank you very much for all those information, the name dropping. It's unbelievable to know what you
I could go on for a bit, because right now I'm also helping co-organize an online beat battle called the Cell Games.
What's the website for that?
Yeah, I'll post that link in the video as well.
Check the show notes, guys.
We're about in our last 2 or 3 rounds of that right now, and the idea with that was to challenge producers and be like, rather than go to an event where everyone just brings their pre-made beats and they kind of face off, we wanted to give people the chance to be challenged. So every round of the beat battle, we gave them a different challenge.
Yeah.
So the first round, everyone just kind of gave their own beat. The second round, we what did we do? I don't remember the second round. We gave them a cappella, I think.
Okay.
It was.
I heard that.
Third round, they had a sample. This
Crazy.
round that we're in right now, we told the producers, okay, you two create a track that MJ would use. You
Michael
two create
Jackson?
Yeah. You two create a track that Mary J. Blige would use. Like,
and that's this challenge? Like,
that's the challenge that's
check the
currently
show
happening
notes
right now. Yeah.
We gotta check this
The tracks for this round will go live on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
I don't remember my dates right now.
Yeah, the 29th. Let's calculate.
Yeah, calculate from here and go to Wednesday. But yeah, the beats will go live for everyone to kind of take a look at, and we've got Benny J, Jay Ricky, and Cold Soul Productions as the judges on that and that sort of thing and whatnot. So
dope judges too.
So we got a lot of things going on with that. But
nice.
Yeah.
Ah, man, lots of info, man. Hey, audience, you guys have a lot. Just the first interview, so just check the show notes, check the Cell Game, check Jerome. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with? Your contact and maybe a quick advice to the people listening, tuning into what's going on in Calgary.
Yeah, hit me up. My SoundCloud and my Instagram are both Rome YYCC. Other than that, find me on Facebook. My name's Jerome. My artist name is Rome. And I'll post some more information. It's Conscious Productions with a K at gmail.com. And I'll post all that information in the links below.
Oh, nice.